I'm Chris Allis with Denison Yachting here in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Today I'm going to be walking you through this beautiful 60-foot Ocean Alexander trawler named Voyager. When I step aboard Voyager, one of the things that really stands out to me is the fact that she looks and feels like a small ship. She has a very high bow, a Portuguese bridge, and displaces 86,000 pounds. One of the other things that I really like about her is her efficiency. She's powered by twin Caterpillar C7s. At 8 knots, they burn an amazing 4 gallons an hour between the two. The third feature that I want to point out before we start today's walkthrough is the integrated hardtop. Not only does it look awesome, but it provides great protection for the Flybridge helm and guest seating. Today's walkthrough has us starting all the way aft on the vessel on the swim platform. Underfoot is a teak-covered swim platform, and on the aft section of the swim platform are movable stanchions. Access to the cockpit is through this very substantial cockpit door. Right here in the middle of the cockpit is a teak table and chairs. Directly in the middle of the cockpit floor is a hatch that gives you access to a giant lazarette. We'll come back to this a little later in today's walkthrough. Port and starboard in the cockpit are these boarding doors. Forward in the cockpit is this molded stairway with teak treads. This is one of the 2 ways to access the Flybridge. On the port side of the cockpit is a storage cabinet with an ice maker and refrigerator combo below. On the port side of the cockpit are these disappearing controls for a docking station. These controls can prove to be really valuable in a tight docking situation. The Flybridge extends all the way over the cockpit, providing shade and protection from the elements. There are teak side decks on port and starboard that give us access all the way to the bow. The foredeck is comprised of 2 different areas. Directly in front of the pilot house bridge is an area with forward and aft facing bench seats. Right in front of the seating area is a separated section for handling ground tackle. Here we find this Muir hydraulic windlass and dual anchor rollers. Voyager features a bulbed bow, which aids in wave braking and efficiency. We'll start today's interior portion of the walkthrough in the Salon. Aft into port in the Salon is the entertainment center and TV. Immediately forward is an L-shaped sectional sofa with a teak table for dining. To starboard of the Salon are these 2 leather reclining armchairs. Forward of the chairs is this cabinet which houses a wine chiller. Before we continue forward on the main deck, we're going to take this curved stairwell down to the crew accommodations. Immediately at the bottom of the stairs is this wet head, which means the shower and the head share the same space. Just after the head is this full-size over and under Maytag washer and dryer. This brings us to the crew quarters. While it doesn't have to be crew quarters, it could also be guest accommodations. In this case, the owners are using it as a pantry for storage. Aft and on the center line is this watertight door which provides the primary access to the engine room. As I mentioned at the beginning of the walkthrough, Voyager is powered by twin Caterpillar C7s that are 450 horsepower apiece. She cruises comfortably between 8 and 10 knots, with her maximum speed being somewhere around 14 knots. Powering the house are twin Northern Lights generators, one 20 kW and one 12 kW. After the engine room is a transom lazarette that houses this Ampac custom-built water maker. The water maker produces 43 gallons an hour, which is enough capacity to fill all the tanks on board in about 7 hours. Leaving here, we head back up to the main deck and pick up in the galley. There's a lot packed into this U-shaped galley. On the forward bulkhead in the galley is a Genair microwave. Just below that is a Wolf induction cooktop, as well as a Whirlpool oven. Facing aft in the galley is a Sub-Zero refrigerator with twin drawer freezers. Next to the Sub-Zero fridge is this Whirlpool trash compactor, as well as a convenient pass-through for serving between the salon and the galley. From here, let's continue forward into the pilot house. Aft and to port in the pilot house is this L-shaped settee that wraps around this expandable teak table. Standing at the helm, you'll find these two STID pilot chairs. Here at the helm on the left-hand side are twin ICOM IC-M604 VHFs. There is a Furuno twin-screen navigation system, twin cat controls, as well as controls for the key power hydraulic bow and stern thruster. Aft and to starboard in the pilot house are a set of steps leading up to the Flybridge helm. We're going to come back to the Flybridge in just a moment. Starboard in the pilot house is this curved stairwell that takes us into the guest cabin area. Aft at the foot of the stairs is the master stateroom. Centerline is the queen berth. At the foot of the bed is this entertainment center, and above that is a TV. Beyond that is an ensuite head, which features a separate enclosed shower stall. Directly forward is the VIP stateroom in the bow. This stateroom also features an ensuite head. From here, let's walk back up the steps and check out the Flybridge. All the way aft on the Flybridge deck is this 1,500-pound steelhead davit, and next to it is the cradle for storing your rib and outboard. When there's no tender on board, you can see that it really opens up this space. About midship on the Flybridge deck is a wet bar that features a fridge and ice maker combo, a sink, and an infrared gas grill. Directly in front of the wet bar is guest seating with a teak table. Finally, all the way forward is the Flybridge helm area. The Flybridge helm features twin STID pilot seats as well as a complete matching complement of electronics to the pilot house bridge below. And covering this space is one of my favorite features of the boat, the substantial hardtop. On behalf of Denison Yachting and myself, I'd like to thank you for joining me on today's walkthrough of this 60-foot Ocean Alexander trawler. If you have any questions or you would like to schedule a showing, please feel free to contact me anytime.